So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, again for attending the KaratBars international presentation this evening. My name is Lambos Charalambos. I'm a Gold Director Elite with my business partner, Philip Melorides. We're going to be explaining to you this evening why gold is so important to actually acquire as an asset to create wealth. The company is called KaratBars, and we are very, very lucky to be part of an organisation with over 600,000 people globally all around the world. So without further ado, yes, once again, this is wonderful. It's so good that it's not working again. I'm really sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to just stop the screen share for the minute and try and get it to work again. No. Okay. So we're going to have to do it this way. So apologies again. So yes, so KaratBars International, that's the name of the business, and we have over 600,000 people all over the world actually with us in this incredible business that we are very fortunate to be part of. So yeah, it's all up and running now. So the great wealth transfer, start building gold and digital assets to basically to get an asset to actually own digital assets today. So what do we mean by gold bullion and what do we mean by digital assets? Well, gold bullion is the real money. It's been real money for over 3,000 years, and it goes right back to the Egyptian times. Gold also used to protect our money because it was backed the fiat currency, the currency that we know as pounds, dollars, euros, and it protected it in gold. But in 1971, it got taken away, which we're going to explain later on. But gold is and always will be the real money. But over the last few years, cryptocurrency has come onto the scene in such a huge way that people also realize it's a way to actually create wealth through owning cryptocurrency. So what we've done is created our own cryptocurrency, which is backed with gold, which again we're going to explain in more detail later. So what are we? What do we do? We do not buy or sell products. What we're doing is we're exchanging bad money for good money. The bad money is what we call a fiat currency, which I explained earlier, and that basically is your paper money. But the problem with it is that it's unstable and it devalues over time, which again we'll go into a little bit more detail shortly. What we're doing is we're exchanging our paper money into a stable and an appreciating asset class, which is gold, the real gold that's been around for 3,000 years. So who are KaratBars? KaratBars was established in 2011 in Stuttgart with more than what's actually now nearly 600,000 members worldwide. We're doing business now in over 130 countries now. We've recently had Pakistan join us, and India will be joining us soon as well. KaratCoin Bank is the world's first fully licensed cryptocurrency bank based in Miami, Florida. But we also have offices in Hong Kong, which is the KaratCoin Bank, Singapore, which is the KaratPay payment system, which we'll explain again later on. Our customer support is both in Germany, Dubai and Slovenia. We've also got IT offices in Bangladesh. And in the first 7 years, we actually generated revenue of over £120 million from the sale of small gold bars. Last year marked the wave of Wave 2, and that marks the beginning of the digital era that we're going to be speaking about later on. So who's the founder of KaratBars? His name is Harold Seitz, and basically he's the CEO and founder of KaratBars International. However, his stature is such that he's also the senator of Global Economic Network in Germany, as well as being a member of the Economic Council in Germany as well. So we're not just talking about just any businessman here. He's a renowned economic expert that sits on the board for Germany. Now, he was a multi-millionaire before he started KaratBars in 2011, and his background is that he worked in finance for 30 years, and the last 10 of those he became an expert on gold. And his vision is this, that he promises that KaratBars and the Gold Standard Bank will continue promoting and defending the financial freedom and the security of every human being independently and in a decentralized manner. Our future is unlimited digital. It rests on a solid foundation of pure gold at the same time. So that, in a nutshell, is who Harold Seitz actually is. So there you see a picture of the gold that we're actually talking about. We're not talking about jewelry gold, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually talking about 24 carat, 999.9 fine gold. So we mentioned earlier about our money devaluing in what it buys you. So to understand this, we're using the dollar here as an example. In 1913, the $1 was created, and it was the Federal Reserve Bank, which is the equivalent of the Bank of England, that actually created the dollar. But what happened was over time, it started to devalue. And then in 1933, when the Great Depression hit America, the Federal Reserve Bank decided to make it illegal for any person holding gold coins, gold bullion, or gold certificates. So the banks were deciding that they could have your gold if they wanted to, and you couldn't own any gold. So as we explained earlier, gold is the real money. But America in the Great Depression, it was so bad that they didn't want anybody owning gold, and they could, if they wanted to, actually take your gold as well. And then when we go up to just before the end of the Second World War, Bretton Woods established the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. That basically means that the dollar would attach itself to every currency around the world, and you could exchange gold into gold back into your own country. So the example of that is this. Let's say there was $200 trillion worth of currency all over the world. America guaranteed each country's currency by returning it, backing it in gold, which was then in turn backed with gold. So if there was $200 trillion of currency, there was $220 million of gold backing it up. But what caused the problem was countries were getting fed up with the dollar being the world reserve and everything had to be traded through dollars, that they started calling their gold in. And that then started a run against America, which was going to bankrupt them. So Richard Nixon, who's the president in 1971, decided to suspend the gold standard temporarily. Well, that was over 50 years ago, and it still hasn't been unsuspended. It still isn't, gold is now not attaching itself to any money anymore. The problem now is this. When currency is printed, as gold doesn't attach itself to it anymore, it gives the countries license to keep printing money, but that will then start inflation and devalue what something buys you. So let's show you what we mean. So this slide here, it shows you in 1998, if you had $20 or £20, that will buy you a shopping full of trolley of food, as in the example on the left. But as we've mentioned about gold not backing money anymore and governments printing money, you roll it on 7 years later, and that $20 is still the same $20 or £20, but if you look at the shopping basket now, it's almost half full. So just in that 7-year period, you're shopping that what you buy before in 1998, that same $20 wouldn't buy you as much food now because of the fact that money has devalued because of inflation, because of government printing money. And then it gets more painful if you roll it on another 9 years to 2014, still the same $20 note, but now if you look at the basket again, it's pretty much a quarter full. So this is what we mean when we explain that a currency devalues in what it buys you, and why taking gold away from the gold standard was one of the worst things that anybody could do, because basically now we're going to start getting ourselves in a system of debt that we can't catch up on. Because here's the truth, here's the reality of this, ladies and gentlemen, it isn't conspiracy theory. You pretty much every 15 years to 20 years have to double your salary to be able to afford to buy the same goods that you were buying 20 years before. And hand on heart, there's not many people that can say that their salary will double every 20 years because of what's actually caused with inflation and governments printing money. So it's a really horrible situation that the majority of people are in, that they'll never be in a position, most people won't be in a position to be able to save money, because we need more money to be able to buy the same things that we did 15, 20 years ago. Now, here's another example that really explains why gold is so important against actually having your paper money. So on the left, again, we're using dollars here as an example. In 1920, that Ford car there cost $645. And if you had gold in 1920, 1 kilo of gold, 1,000 grams, was also $645. But now roll it on 100 years, you've now got the Ford car there, looks a bit beefier, looks a bit meatier, looks a bit more aggressive, but look at what's happened to your money that devalues. That $645 car in 1920 would actually cost today $40,000. So look how much the inflation has caused the cost of living to go up and how much things cost. But here's the incredible fact with gold, ladies and gentlemen. That same 1 kilo bar that was $645 in 1920, today is still 1 kilo against the car, but it's now $40,000. So what would you much rather have, ladies and gentlemen? Is it money or is it gold? And the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is gold. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to show you what happens with how to create an asset, which is wealth. You see, only 1% of the world owns the real gold, the 24 karat 999.9 gold, not jewelry gold. And that's the super rich. And they teach their children and their children's children what creates wealth. So they know that one of the things to actually save in is in gold. And when a crisis happens and they know that a recession is imminent, they'll sell stock, shares, even property, take their money out and put it into gold. And it's at that point the gold price actually rises in such a rapid rate. You see, gold also doubles pretty much every 15 to 20 years. If you look at the history of gold and how much it's actually gone up by, you'll see that it's almost a 20-year cycle that pretty much double. So the two go hand in hand. We said that paper money devalues by 15, devalues in value over a 15, 20-year period, but gold doubles in a 15, 20-year period. So again, what would you prefer? Cash or gold? So here, ladies and gentlemen, we're showing you what KaratBars is actually all about. So we are the world's largest seller of small gold bars. And you can see here that this is actually 1 gram of gold in the middle. And then if you look on the left-hand side, it goes right up to 6 grams of gold. So this is where this is affordable for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. And the gold starts at around about 44 euros to actually be able to afford to save in gold. That is an asset, because it's an asset that actually creates your wealth. We're teaching you to do what that 1% of the world have been taught to do, and the 99% of the world haven't been taught what gold is about and what creates wealth. So what we're looking for here, ladies and gentlemen, is for you to to register for a free gold savings account today with the person that introduced you to actually come along to this webinar. And you have a choice of either becoming a customer or a business partner. But the most important thing is that you're acquiring, you're managing, you're storing, and get your gold shipped to you from either your laptop, PC, mobile device in over 130 countries. Because this business is an online business. So what Harold also did, Harold Seitz, was he realized that there were some countries around the world that might not be able to afford 40 euros or 44 euros of gold for 1 gram gold bar. So over a year ago, he created Cash Gold. So this is actually a paper note which actually has gold, and it starts from the top left-hand side there at just 0.1 gram. So that's just over 4 euros to be able to afford to run your own gold. And pretty much everybody can afford to not have a couple of Starbucks or Costa or Cafe Nero and actually start saving in gold. You see, the harsh reality, ladies and gentlemen, is this. BBC Money did a survey at the beginning of 2017, and they surveyed and they found out that over 19 million adults in the UK didn't have more than £500 in savings. Not £500 a month to save, but £500 in savings. At the end of 2017, they revisited it again. And what they then found was that they had to readjust the figure of how much the savings was. The savings of those 19 million adults wasn't more than £100 in savings. And when you look back at the slides that we've just shown you, ladies and gentlemen, you're starting to build up a picture to understand why that's happening. Because we've shown you that money devalues over time, especially since 1971. Gold is not backing fiat currency anymore. And as governments print money and keep reprinting, that's what causes inflation. That's what causes the price, the cost of living to go up. And it's loaded against us, ladies and gentlemen. You know, how on earth can we be able to save when money is going to keep devaluing all the time? So what we've also created within our system, ladies and gentlemen, is a system called KaratPay. So if you look at companies like Visa, PayPal, American Express, Apple Pay, you're able to actually buy goods and services through those payment methods. PayPal is exactly the same, but with a big difference. It's actually backed by gold. So the Karat Gold Corporation was founded in Singapore in 2015, and it's the primary responsible for the creation of our Cash Gold, which was developed in collaboration with us here at KaratBars. Okay, but imagine the possibilities, ladies and gentlemen, of a gold-backed payment system, especially when you realise there's over $3 trillion of transactions going through every day. So it's also an online platform as well, where basically you can actually pay for goods and services through our app, our KaratPay app. So what you're doing is you're actually sending real gold to the shop. And why would a shopkeeper want to take gold? For exactly the same reason that we've explained earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, that if money devalues and loses half its value every 20 years, they're going to have to double their profits to be able to afford to be able to buy what they're buying today. Whereas if they had gold as part of their takings, part of an accepted form of payment, they're now going to protect their money and their profits by receiving full or part payment in gold. So, ladies and gentlemen, we then mentioned at the beginning about Wave 2. And Wave 2 is us actually moving into the digital era. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be introducing the KaratBars universe to you and our digital gold currencies, which is two cryptocurrencies called KBC and KCB. So, most people have heard of Bitcoin, and Some people know that Bitcoin sits on a blockchain, but to a lot of us, we probably didn't really understand, or maybe still don't understand, the significance and how it all works. So blockchain blockchain is based on a decentralized structure. That means that there's no banks involved. There's complete and immutable book of accounts, which is a ledger. That means that all transactions that get placed through the blockchain, whether you're buying or selling, is recorded. No central authority controls the system. If you was to ask anybody, do they like their bank? The majority of people would say no, and with good reason, because they're basically controlling. They have our money. What do they use our money for? They invest. What do they invest? What's one of their investment portfolios? Gold. The beauty of having a blockchain is that there isn't a bank involved to actually be able to control what's going on. Users are the only ones who control the network, and each transaction is checked to make sure that it's accurate for its completeness and uniqueness. It goes through literally millions of different servers to verify the transaction, and once that's done, that's an actual block. And then what that block then does, when it's another transaction is going through, it will attach itself to another block and another block and another block. So if someone tries to hack the system, not only do they have to try and hack the current block, which is bouncing over millions of servers, but they have to unblock the previous one and the previous one and the previous one. So when we talk about the blockchain being unhackable, this is why it's become such an incredible technological advancement for us. And basically, there's low fees on the blockchain as well. And as I mentioned at the beginning, most people associate blockchain with cryptocurrencies. Well, that's why cryptocurrencies sit on it, because the blockchain is secure. But what a lot of people don't realize is more and more businesses are actually attaching themselves to the blockchain. The National Health Service has already started. They're putting medical records on the blockchain because now those records can't be tampered with. Land registry. We're starting to hear of other land registries that are actually now starting to put land registry records onto the blockchain. So we have to understand that the blockchain is actually here to stay, ladies and gentlemen, but the beauty of it is the fact that it's pretty much unhackable. Everything is verified, but the best bit is that it's not actually running through an actual bank. So a year ago, we launched our own cryptocurrency coin called KBC, which is Karat Gold Coin. But it's more than just a cryptocurrency because it stands for a complete paradigm shift. The KBC coin raised over $100 million to become one of the world's largest initial coin offerings in history. An ICO is when you pre-launch a coin, like when you pre-launch a share, which is an initial public offering. We sold 12 billion coins, not million, but 12 billion coins a year ago in the ICO. What we're doing in the 4th of July is we are offering a guarantee that for 100 KBC coins, you can exchange those 100 KBC coins on the 4th of July for the equivalent of 1 gram of gold at the rate of what the gold will actually cost on the 4th of July. So at the moment, gold is around about $1,300. So it's around $43 for 1 gram of gold. And you can exchange your coins for 1 gram of gold. And to give you an indication of the difference here, ladies and gentlemen, is at the moment, our coin is trading for just under 3 cents. So for 100 coins at $3. So that gives you the enormity of what we're actually doing here, of offering this guarantee of 100 coins for 43 euros. Roughly $3 at the moment, and just over 40 euros in the 4th of July. Now, the gold, the KBC coin, is backed by our gold mine in Fort Dauphin in Madagascar. And it's got gold reserves of just over $1 billion. And just before Christmas, we also acquired the world's largest gold mine in Guinea, which has over 700 tons of gold in it. It's the world's largest gold mine. We've just purchased that just before Christmas, as I mentioned just now, and that's got approximately $2 billion of gold. So this is where the actual guarantee is actually from, that we've got 2 gold mines worth $3 billion with gold. That's what's actually backing up the actual coin on the 4th of July. And the growth outlook for the KBC, because it's guaranteed by gold, and as each time passes, we're going to be attaching more and more gold to the coin to increase the value of the coin over a period of time. So, KaratBars is also part of the Gold Standard Bank. And the Gold Standard's vision and mission is to establish the KaratCoin Bank world ecosystem catering for the needs of a fully blockchain-based and cryptocurrency-orientated banking and finance system. And it's going to be the first blockchain payment system centered around real assets, which is gold. Now, we also have our own crypto exchange called KaratBits. We also I'm looking to actually make improvements for our gold mines, develop our blockchain based on the KaratBars bank business, which we'll explain in a moment. The price of gold is lower compared to our competitors, because it is, and the transaction fees are lower compared to our competitors. And basically, the annual fees for bank accounts and credit cards that we'll be introducing is also going to be lower than the competitors that our banks actually charge. But just as importantly, the $100 million that we raised went into actually creating the second coin, which is called the KCB coin, the KaratCoin Bank. And basically, it also holds the licenses for the gold mines that we actually have. So this is exciting times, ladies and gentlemen, that the fact that we've not got one coin, but 2 that are backed with gold. So here it is. It's the KCB is the coin of the KaratCoin Bank, which is the world's first crypto bank. And as we've explained earlier, that with the blockchain, everybody can see what's actually going on, how the gold's stored, and what value the KCB is going to be as it's backed by gold. And then on the 20th of September, ladies and gentlemen, we're also going to be launching our own blockchain, which will also be an asset of the bank called Mainnet. And what will happen is both our KBC and KCB coins will then be ported over to the new blockchain to protect their market value. So basically, this is just a synopsis of how the whole thing works. So here, for example, we say that from every profit the bank does, 50% will always be used to buy physical gold to secure the KBC coin. There we go. So each time a KaratCoin Bank coin KCB is purchased, the bank deposits an amount of physical gold to back up the KBC. When the bank purchases gold, the value of the KBC will increase. And when the bank buys gold, the bank gets a fee which increases its own value of the KCB coin. When the bank increases its value, the KCB coin linked to the bank will then also increase in value. And the whole thing will go around in a complete circle. 50% of the bank's profit backing the gold coin, putting more gold to attach to it. And as the bank has more assets, the coin will keep rising. More profits, its coin will keep rising. The whole thing goes round in a circle, ladies and gentlemen. This is our exchange, KaratBit, launched on the 1st of September. It will also is the only cryptocurrency exchange in the world that will have gold as a form of payment to be able to exchange back to money or to be able to buy more cryptocurrency. There isn't another crypto exchange out there that actually has gold available to actually be used to buy or sell crypto or be able to reverse back into money. So just very quickly here, ladies and gentlemen, the KaratCoin Bank, the KCB coin, basically is the heart of everything that we're doing within our ecosystem. What we also want to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that it's not just stopping at the 2 gold mines and the $100 million that was raised from the launch of the first coin. If you look down here, in the next few months, we're going to be launching the world's first digital stock exchange. Not a crypto exchange, because we're going to launch that in November. The world's first world's first digital stock exchange. Just like the London Stock Exchange and the New York Stock Exchange, we're having our own digital stock exchange where the company shares will be put onto the blockchain. So again, as we mentioned earlier, completely secure. We're also launching the world's first crypto blockchain mobile telephone, which will be on the voice over blockchain protocol. Now, this is huge, ladies and gentlemen, because there are crypto mobiles out there, but not on the blockchain, not like ours. So we've already ordered 2 million handsets with Sony, and we'll be starting the pre-sale of those round about in April, ready to actually go live in September when we launch our own blockchain, a blockchain that's also a voice over blockchain. So more fees coming in, ladies and gentlemen, to the bank. That means the bank coin will rise from the stock exchange, from the phones, from the bank fees, and that means 50% of that profit will go towards getting the gold out of the gold mines and then attaching that gold to the KBC coin, so that will rise as well. So yes, so that's basically what the what we have planned at the moment, and there's going to be more to follow, But the most important thing is the future of our coins and the assets that are actually attached to them. And we've got a sale at the moment. The coins will launch live on the exchanges in September. We've launched 50 billion coins, and you can get those coins as low as 5 cents at the moment until 2019. Very quickly, what we're also doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is that we're also going to be launching the world's first ATMs that will let you draw out cash, buy and exchange our cryptocurrency, but the big thing is that you can also draw out cash gold as well. So we're going to roll out several thousands of these machines over the next couple of years. And yeah, again, this is really exciting to be able to trade your coins on the ATM, draw out cash gold or draw out cash. Here we have some international milestones that we're aiming for this year in 2019. As we said over the first voice over the blockchain smartphone, the guarantee of the 1 gram of gold on the 4th of July for 100 KBC coins. The pre-sale will finish for the KCB coin, the bank-backed coin, for them to launch an exchange. Our blockchain mainnet will be released on the 20th of September. And then the KBC coins and the KCB coins will merge together to create a single coin, both of them being backed with gold, not just the KBC, but the KCB as well. And then the 1st of January, we also have another guarantee where you can exchange just 75 coins for 1 gram of gold. So for us, the future is exciting, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we're just so very, very fortunate that KaratBars is and Harrow are such visionaries in what they're trying to achieve. But the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Our business is and always will be about gold. Gold, saving in gold bullion, and cryptocurrencies that are protected with gold. There's no other cryptocurrency out there that has a physical asset of a backing of anything. It's just confidence. But ours is physically being backed with what is the real money, that's been the real money for 3,000 years, and that's gold. So the first part there, ladies and gentlemen, was for those people that are interested in actually saving in gold bullion and saving in gold-backed crypto. But for the majority of you, I know that you're looking at this presentation this evening to see how the income actually works, what income you can gain from this. So just take you back to the BBC Money info that we spoke about earlier. You know, when we did our live meeting in London on Monday, I asked for a show of hands in the room. How many people know of people that are struggling with money? And we had about 60, 70 people in the room, and literally 3/4 of the room held their hand up. I then asked them, look around for you to see. And I think it was a bit of an eye-opener. It was for me, ladies and gentlemen, that there were so many people that knew, there were so many people that are struggling with money. So this business is just about talking to people. That's what it is. It's just about talking to people, sharing the opportunity to people, asking them, you know, may or may not be for you, but have a look. But it's no coincidence that when people hear that you're getting paid in gold and money and also crypto, people really want to have a look. And that's all we're asking for people to do. All we're asking for people to do. So this is how our compensation plan works. So if you had 3 people that you spoke to and who loved what they saw and decided that they wanted to do what you did, which was to join, we're going to base it on a team of 3. So I've got to go through a quick disclaimer here. Every effort has been made to accurately represent KaratBars' marketing plan and its potential. All incomes or earning examples will depend solely on the ideas, techniques, knowledge, skills, and time invested into your independent business. KaratBars does not guarantee any results or success levels and is not responsible for any financial decisions you make in relation to promoting our products. Any and all income examples used by KaratBars or its affiliates are not to be considered as average earnings. So, without further ado, the first way we get paid in 10 different ways, ladies and gentlemen, over a course of time as your business grows. The first way, and one of the main ways, is direct commission. We spoke earlier about bringing 3 people into the business. So there's 4 different business packages that we have: bronze, silver, gold, and VIP. And I'll go through the cost of each of the business packages in a minute. But what happens is that the first person that you bring on, you will get 10% commission of their business package that they buy, irrespective of your bronze, silver, gold, or VIP. And then if they then bring someone into the business, they will get 10%, but because the first person you brought on, you got 10%, you'd also get 3% of the second person that they brought on. And then if that second person then brings on someone else, you will also get an additional 2%. So by you bringing someone on, and they bringing someone on, and they bringing someone on, 3 levels down, you will get 10%, 3%, and 2% of whatever their business package is that they buy. So in this example, we've got me on the bottom left. I bring on Bill, 10%. Bill brings on Mary. Bill gets 10%, but I get 3%. And then Mary brings in Tom. I get 2% from Tom. Bill gets 3%. Bill gets 10% from Mary and 3% from Tom, and Mary gets 10%. But if you bring it back to myself, just to clarify it, I get 10%, 3%, and 2% from who Bill brought on, who Mary brought on, and who Tom brought on. The second way we get paid, which is the main way of getting paid, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call dual commissions. And that's based on having 2 teams, a left side or a right side, or team A or team B. And how it works is that each business package, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner here, has a unit value. So the higher the package someone actually buys into the business, the more units you will actually get. And then when you hit 50 points on one side and 25 on the other, on your left side or right side, it doesn't matter which side is 50 and 25, you will get paid 40, 50, 60 or 80 euros in one go. And we get paid this on a Friday, like we also get the direct commission on a Friday. So we get paid weekly with this. Now, the company has to limit the amount of dual team bonus that it actually pays. So its limit is 180,000 times of 50 and 25, we call it cycles, in a week. I repeat that again. You can't cycle any more in 1 week more than 180,000 times. 50 units on the left, 25 on the right is one cycle, and that pays you 40, 50, 60 or 80 euros. I mean, that's just absolutely incredible. Absolutely brilliant. Now, this is a new way that we've also been now paid, ladies and gentlemen. And how this works is, whereas the direct commission, everybody got 10, 3 and 2, the question we were being asked was, well, what's the benefit of buying a more expensive package instead of just buying the cheapest package? Well, this is the reason why, and this is just absolutely mind-blowing. So we showed you earlier on about Bill. I introduced Bill. He's my first generation. Bill brings in Mary. She becomes my second generation, and Mary brings in Tom. He's my third generation. Whatever business package you have, whatever that person's dual team payment is, so let's say the 1525s for the month came to £1,000 or €1,000. If you're a bronze package, that first person, Tom, would be 5% of £1,000, which would be an additional £50 if that was monthly. And then the second person, second generation down, if you're a bronze, you'd also get paid another 5%. So we'll keep using £1,000 as an example. So that means you get another £50, 50 euros. So just by being a bronze holder, you'll also get an additional 50 and 50. That's on top of your own dual team bonus. This is another payment method that we're getting as an additional form of payment. But if you now look at the figures, ladies and gentlemen, here, silver now goes 3 people down. Gold goes 5 levels down. But VIP goes 7 levels down. And what I'm going to show you here is the magic of this, of what happens when you actually get to VIP. So let's say 9 people were introduced into this business. So remember we said we're going to work on a team of 3, and they bring on 3, and they bring on 3. So that's 9. So on bronze, you will get paid on 9 different people 5% of 1,000, which is 50. But if you're silver, you bring in 3, they bring in 3, they bring in 3. That now becomes 27. 3 times 3 times 3. But if you're gold, it now goes 5 levels down, and that now becomes 243. That's 243 lots of 5%. But if you're VIP and you're going 7 levels down, it increases massively to 2,187 people, all being VIP and all earning £1,000 in matching bonus, in dual team bonus. You're getting 5% on every single one of those people. So the example we show here is at first level of 3, being on VIP, £1,000, that's £50 per person times 3 is 150. The silver is 9 people, €1,000 euros a month on the dual team bonus. 5% is now 450 plus the 150. This isn't cumulative, it's plus the 150. And then the gold, sorry, bronze, silver, gold, yeah, no, sorry, they're all VIPs, sorry. And then you get to 4 levels down, my apologies, 4 levels down, it becomes 81. And that now becomes 4,000, 81 times 50. 4,050, add the 1,350, add the 450, add the 150. And then level 5 is 243, that becomes 12,150. Level 6 is 729. That becomes 36,450. And then the magic 7 levels down is 2,187 people, each doing 1,000 each at 5%. You will get 109,350. And if you add all this up together, that's £163,950 you'll get paid in 1 month. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. However, let's say everybody wasn't doing 1,000 dual team bonus a month. People were only doing 10% of that, which is 100. Even at 100 people each getting, even at €100 each on every person's 5%, you will still walk away with £16,395 per month at just 10%. And that's the power of the 7 levels down, which only the VIP actually gives you access to. And that's why we encourage people. It doesn't matter what status people start with. It's whatever people's financial situation is or how much income they actually want to earn will drive them as to what business package will be right for them. So we've almost come to the end, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to very quickly show you how it works in terms of the packages. So what we have here are profit packages, and what they're based on is buying the KCB coin, the bank coin, and included within the business, the profit pack, you'll also get 0.2 grams of cash gold, which you could go onto our exchange and buy the KBC coin, and you get an additional bonus. Now the slides have literally just changed, so the bonus coins, they're dropping 20% every single month. So all these bonus coins now, if you just calculate 20% less, because it just literally just happened on the bonus coins, but you are receiving bonus coins on top. But also you receive a bronze status. So you're automatically getting a business package. Even if you don't want to do the business, that's fine, but you're still getting a business package included. But remember what we said, that if you do start talking to people and they buy a package, you actually get 10% commission on whatever package they actually buy, because you've got the bronze status. You've got the bronze status. And then if we look at the second package, it goes up to 350. You've now got more cash gold than what you did in the first profit pack, and obviously your 350 euros of your coins, and you get an additional bonus. Again, take the 20% off the 20%. And you get the bronze status. The package 3 is 750. Now you're getting over 2 grams of cash gold, which, as we said, if you want to, you can go on the exchange and buy more of the KBC coin. You're getting 750 euros and a 32% bonus, less the 20% reduction. Okay, but you get the silver status, and then it moves up. 1250 worth of KCB plus the 3 bonus coins, 2.6 grams of cash gold, silver status. Now it starts to get interesting. 1,700 euros worth of coins, plus the 40% bonus, less the 20. 4 grams of cash gold, as we said, but your status is now gold. So now you're going to go 5 levels deep. Then 2,300, then 3,000 euros is 8 grams, 0.7 grams of cash gold, 3,000 euros worth of KCB coin, plus the extra bonus, which is getting higher, and the magic VIP status. So the 3,000 package is the entry level for the VIP. But now we haven't stopped there, because now we're going to 4,000, 10,000, 15,000 profit packages, where you're getting 15,000 euros worth of KCB coins and an additional 60% bonus, less the 20%. The VIP status are including all these above, all these from 3,000 and above. But ladies and gentlemen, this next slide will show you how absolutely massive our business actually is with the profit packages that we're doing. So the 25,000 package is also another milestone, because obviously you're going to get 25,000 euros worth of coins plus the bonus. 160 grams of gold, so 160 times 40. VIP status, but this extra bit, again, is fantastic. Another passive revenue stream. Our gold traders in Hong Kong are one of the largest gold traders in Asia. And they're trading our gold that's mined out of our gold mines. And what we're offering here is that if you don't use your gold, your cash gold here, 160 grams, and leave it with us, you're giving us permission to trade your gold through the traders in Hong Kong, and in return you'll be gifted for life 15 grams of annual gold every single year for life until you decide to actually withdraw your gold. Just incredible. Now we go up to a £50,000 package, 350 grams of gold, 35 grams of annual profit, plus the increase in the bonus. 150,000, ladies and gentlemen, 500,000, going right up to €1 million profit packages, where you will get 1 million KCB coins, plus an extra 160% less than 20, which is 32, so that's 128% bonus, and 1,000 grams every single year. If you leave that 8,700 grams of gold with us, that we will gift you 1,000 grams of gold every single year. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope this gives you a picture of how huge our business actually is, and the level of business that we're looking for people to actually invest and save in, to be able to acquire the bank coin and all the grams of gold. And what we've done here, ladies and gentlemen, is that we're basically breaking it down as to what the profit packages are, how much bonus, how much gold, and what business position you get, and then from the 25k plus, how many grams of gold every year you actually get. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we are. That's who we are at KaratBars. For us, this business has been really life-changing for many of us. It really has been. Myself, as I said, I'm a Gold Director Elite with my partner Philip. We started this business in earnest 2 years ago because we wanted to print on the cards, and then ran with a gold business. And in just over 2 years, we've literally got over 1,100 people in our team, all because the people that we've spoken to want to change their lives. And just as importantly, ladies and gentlemen, our business is about education, helping people get out of the system of debt, and sharing this with them. And yeah, amazing if they want to join us. If they're not sure, it's not a problem. We answer any questions that they have, or it might not be the right time. But again, go back to what we showed you about the BBC money. This is the right time, ladies and gentlemen. We know this, which is why our business has exploded to such a magic level. So, what's your next step? Get back to the person that introduced you to this business, who brought you to this live presentation. As we mentioned earlier, register for your free account today. Exchange your devaluing fiat money currency into 24-karat gold bullion and gold-backed cryptocurrencies by buying a profit package. And share this presentation with others and begin earning money straight away. Celebrate with us with Golden Independence Day. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us this evening. Please get back to the person that introduced you to this presentation, and have an incredible evening, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless. Thank you.